here's an update on what I've been working on. This is an iron cube, like this one, only it's been wrapped with magnetic coils. It is set so there's coils facing each direction, and they are driven 90 degrees out of phase, so it makes a rotating magnetic field. The other magnetic coil facing straight up makes a vertical field that doesn't change at all, and it is currently set to 10 times a second, and you can see the magnet spin at 10 times a second. I can set it for anything up to about 100 times a second, and it seems to work well. Here's my amplifier, just a regular audio amplifier hooked up to it. And so this is making a magnetic vortex, is the idea. I got the idea from this document here, which I will link in the description of the video. And it's an interesting document. And I went and tested it. I hooked up my time field meter to check to see if it's making a change in the time flow rate, and it is not making a change in the time of flow rate. There was nothing at all doing anything there. However, it is running in the frequencies that are brainwave patterns, and it does, because I've got this little device, it is meant to alter people's brainwave patterns. You hook it up, and it will use light and sound. You run earphones, and it will it'll mess with your brainwave patterns, wake you up, put you to sleep, and it's definitely seems like whatever I set this to, 10 times a second, 7.2, 45 times a second, it will alter the brainwave patterns to match. So that's an interesting side note. I don't know how much that means, but when reading this document here, one of the wildest claims is that it will have health benefits, and it can literally fix your body, which is kind of odd. But even more odd is that's the only thing I can verify out of this thing, is that it did appear to heal several people that have been near it when it's running. So that's fascinating. The entire test setup is the amplifier. This is 80 watts a channel, but I think I'm not running it nearly that high. Anyway, it's about 4 amps running into the coil there. And then I have ions running around in the air for it to spin around. Now, I've tried making this experiment before with the frequency at about 10 million and then about 100,000 times a second spinning, and I didn't realize the frequency is probably closer to less than 100. Like 10 times a second seems to be doing it. So that's the big lesson. If you're trying to build one of these things, think 10 times a second, 100 times a second, not 10 million times a second. Was that all I had to say? Yeah, I think maybe... Oh, no. There was somebody else that suggested the same machine, at least the same actual end device, and that is Wilbert Smith with his book, The New Science, and he built something that will go around in a circle. He was also looking for gravity, but when looking for gravity and energy, who would have thought I would have found something way more entertaining, because the health benefits, or seeming health benefits, seem a lot better than gravity. Okay, bye.